Hi friends, Andrew again. I wanted to talk to you today. It's July 11th. But I wanted to start by saying that all of my messages, unless otherwise stated, are evergreen, meaning that it doesn't matter when you watch these. So if you see it on July 11th, that's awesome. If you see it in a year, that's fine. Because these portals that we talk about, these energetic days or events, they aren't frozen in time. Because time is real, but it's also not. We are tuning into a frequency tied to this day. And if you tune into this video, you can tune into that frequency whenever you are, wherever you are. So don't worry about, missing out because you saw this late or anything like that. So I was thinking about it in the other video on the 7/7 portal. I talked about how, we were moving forward together, right? Well, that date, 7/7, that's 14. And when you reduce that down, 1 plus 4 is 5. So that portal is, again, 5 days, which would then lead to the 7/11 date of today. But I realize this isn't an end or a beginning. Neither side are. It's like I talked about with the sine wave, ups and downs. It's just a cyclical cycle. Like the moon phases, everything in life is a cycle. I was drawing from one of my decks yesterday, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. This is my first deck, actually. There's a lot of synchronicities with the authors. I'll talk about in another video, but this is a great deck that I really love. And the cards I pulled were Serpent, which talks about shedding your old skin, and Kundalini release through your chakras, which I've talked about that briefly before, and we can go into a video about Kundalini awakenings if anyone's interested in that. And the other card I pulled was the Spiral. Now these are both actually related. They both talk about shedding skin. This talks about embracing shedding the skin, and this talks about embracing the new skin underneath once you've shed the skin. And like I said, they're a spiral. It's cyclical. These are never-ending cycles. You will continuously have that moment of breakthrough where you shed that new skin, or shed the old skin rather, and emerge with new skin. And then you'll feel great, or you might not feel great, but it's a change. It's an evolution. And this repeats over and over and over. And we tend to view life through the next goal, the next challenge, the next obstacle. And once we get that raise, once we get that promotion, once we get that new car, we're gonna feel great. But that's the thing, getting it isn't what makes you feel good. It is embodying it, becoming it. So instead of needing that physicality, needing that raise, embody the feeling of getting the raise. Become the person that you want to be by becoming them now. We do this thing where we want to be something, so we need to spend all this time preparing for it. We need to make sure we're perfect, and then we think we can be it. But instead of doing it that way, you need to become it, be it, be the person that you are striving to be. Embody who that person is, the emotions, the sense of what it is to be that person. Be strong, because when we talked about fear before, being brave doesn't come from outside of you. It comes from inside of you. You can be brave while being scared. You just have to take the step. That's all the difference between fear and bravery is. It's stepping into fear. That's it. And you are the one that actuates that change. And when we wait for the right moment or the right things outside of us to become what we need to become from inside of us, we're only getting in our way, like I talked about last time. Your beliefs are your only limitations. If you get out of your own way, you embody who you want to become, you will be that, because you are doing it. We think that others or things outside of us are what controls us, but that makes you like a puppet on strings, if you can imagine that visual. You are your own puppet master. You pull your own strings. When you feel happy, that's coming from in here. When you feel sad, that's coming from in here. You don't have people that are putting those things into you, even if it feels that way. you are the one that gets to choose how you want to react and respond and feel. And that is the big difference here. So embrace the spiral, embrace the shedding of skins, and know that this time, this frequency of the 7-Eleven frequency portal is upon us. But again, it is upon us whenever you tune into that frequency. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and hopefully you'll continue to join me for these short videos, and maybe I'll do some more longer format ones. I want some feedback below. If you guys tell me what you like, what you don't like, I can incorporate that into the videos, and I'd be more than happy to, answer any questions you have in the comments or in a new video. So just go ahead and leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I appreciate every single one of you that's joining me for this journey. It means a lot, seriously. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.